Hey everyone, it's Father Andrew at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Mendham. I hope you're all doing well. We miss you, and we were so disappointed when we had to end our religious education early this past spring. We are relieved that Mass is available now so that we can be together again. While everyone is dispensed from the Sunday obligation, it's so important that we set aside Sunday as the Lord's Day, that we honor Him together as a church, and that you do so as a family. He's created us, given us life, saved us from sin through Jesus' death and resurrection, and He wants to be in a covenant relationship with each of us, a relationship that He's asked us to renew every Sunday by celebrating Mass. If you wish to join us in person, the Mass times are Saturday at 5 p.m. and on Sunday at 7:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. You can also join us on our YouTube channel for Sunday Mass at 9 a.m. from home. And that goes for weekday Masses as well. I just wanted to give a little introduction to how CCD is going to run this year. But before I do, I want to ask you a question. Who has impacted your faith? I think about my dad and how he taught my brother and I how to pray with the scriptures in what's called Lectio Divina. I have memories of falling asleep, but it was still very impactful for developing a habit of prayer in a living relationship with Christ. I also remember returning home from the store one day with my mom and seeing a homeless man on the side of the road during the cold winter in Pittsburgh. When we arrived home, she loaded the car with food, a heavy winter coat, and a comforter to bring it all back to the man that we saw on the side of the road. We can't overestimate the importance of a mother and a father's impact to pass on their faith to their children. Studies have shown that without the example of their parents, children won't be faithful themselves. The faith is something that's caught more than it is taught. Mother Teresa herself could be your catechist, but the greatest impact will always come from the parents. This year, COVID forces us to make changes in how we are providing religious education, but we're taking on the attitude of St. Paul, who wrote while he was in prison that the gospel of Jesus Christ is not chained, even though he was. We see this year as an opportunity God has given us to consider how we as a parish can bolster the efforts you're already putting in to raise your kids in the Catholic faith, just as you promised when you brought your children to the waters of baptism. And so we appreciate the tremendous impact that you have on your children, and we really want to support you as best we can. While focusing on your important role as parents to pass on the faith, our support is intended to keep you from being burdened with having to come up with the lessons and teaching content on your own. We have selected resources that we've reviewed and chosen with a view to keeping things simple for the parents as you accompany your children in their religious education. The resources include online videos produced by professionally trained catechists and accompanying workbooks. The workbooks include assignments at the end of each lesson that students will complete and email as an attachment to a volunteer catechist who will verify completion of their lessons. In addition, the pastoral staff, including myself, and catechist volunteers will supplement with our own recordings and will remain in personal contact with your family. Catechist volunteers assigned to each grade will provide a supportive connection with each of the families. They will work closely with the pastoral staff to provide feedback tailored to the particular questions and needs that you have. While we hope to have some events at St. Joseph's during the year, most of the religious education will be done remotely. In addition to keeping everyone protected from the virus, it will also give you the flexibility of doing religious education on your own time at your own pace. Soon, we will be mailing out a registration packet, which will also be available on the homepage of our parish website under the Faith Formation tab. The cost for religious education this year is $125 per student for up to 3 children. After the 3rd child, registration is free. For 2nd and 8th graders who are receiving First Communion and Confirmation, there will also be a $75 sacramental fee. These are challenging times for everyone, including the church, and we've had to make staff changes, and we also rely heavily on the parish to cover a good chunk of our costs for religious education. But unfortunately, our weekend collection is down significantly. So please know that we are grateful for your contribution. And if payment is a challenge for you during these days, please reach out to the staff and we'll work something out with you. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact the parish. Our office number is 973-543-5950, or you can email us at one of our addresses found on the parish website. We are looking forward to growing with you in the Catholic faith this year, despite the challenges of COVID. Thank you and God bless.